start in the first half. You get off to a great start. It's 12-2. You get the lead to 18-7. Then the turnovers kind of piled up. What did you see from the Belmont Abbey defense that kind of caused those 15 first-half turnovers?
We clearly have players that can't handle pressure, can't handle defensive pressure, period. And now we've lost 4 games this year. 3 of them, it's the same exact script. So anybody that watches this, I'm telling you how to beat Carson-Newman. I'm telling our opponents how to beat us. Pressure us. You'll win. Sack, pressure, you're going to win because we don't have people that can take care of the basketball in those situations. So we got the 15 first-half turnovers. I knew right then nothing short of a miracle is going to be enough because you can't do that. That there are certain things that have to be in place to win games. And on the road in particular, when you do what we did today with the basketball, just like we did at home against Columbus State and just like we did in the home opener or in the road opener against Leeds McRae, we're going to lose. And it really stinks because when turnovers are the problem, it really limits what you can do because it's not about necessarily execution. It's not necessarily about what you're doing defensively. You can't control the ball. You can't keep the ball in possession. And, we fought and clawed to make it interesting, but it's really unfortunate that's where we are with the veteran crew. And if there was a real clean, clear, easy way to fix it, I promise you we'll try. But, it's sort of it's an interesting dance. Players have to play. Coaches got to coach.
With no Bryant Thomas today, Coach, Luke Brennigan really helped mount that comeback when you were trailing by 9 with about 5 minutes left. He came alive, scored all 16 of his points in the second half. How important was his senior leadership there down the stretch to eventually force overtime and really battle back there toward the end?
That's great. That's great. But I don't care. I don't care about that. We made a big deal about performance defensively, and we have three very specific things that we're about when we travel. That's the reason going in today we were one of the best road teams in the country. And we've shown a level of consistency on that. But I started noticing in the last game that we played against Lander, sort of a disconnect between our coaches and staff and players when it comes to roles and jobs. And I thought, well, we'll learn this. We won't make this mistake twice. And lo and freaking behold, we did. We came out and we did more or less the same thing where there's this disconnect. And we all have roles, man. We all have roles. We got to perform those roles at a very high level. And I felt today the disconnect was a little bit different. The area of concern was different than it was with Lander, but it was still a disconnect. And that makes things really difficult. And you said with Bryant Thomas being out, Bryant Thomas is one of the more impactful players in our region, and he's obviously the anchor of our defense. I think our defense would have been more zesty today had he played, but he's out with an injury, and hopefully we'll get him back soon. But I just don't care about anything other than the things that we said we wanted to accomplish today. And when we don't accomplish the things that we say we're going to accomplish, I'm not interested in talking about anything else. I don't care if Luke was a great senior or not. I don't care. That we didn't talk about, hey, let's go there today and be a great senior. Okay, we talked about other things that we collectively as an organization didn't control. That's very disappointing.
Heading into Saturday's matchup with a top 10 Lincoln Memorial, this is really maybe the first time this year this team's faced some adversity. Back-to-back losses. Now it's not going to get any easier besides what happened today and the ball pressure and the turnovers. How do you want to see this team respond between Tuesday night and Saturday afternoon?
I think first of all we got to decide: are we going to be an organization of cohesion and unity and truth, or are we going to be an organization that just has cheap words? Just cheap words. I think right now we have everybody in this program needs to take a really serious look at themselves and ask that question: am I really about this? Am I really going to sacrifice and be a part of something more than me? And am I really going to do what I'm asked to do and make the investment? Or am I just going to be a rah-rah guy that likes to say the right things and don't really, if it goes our way, it goes our way, but if it doesn't, so what? And I literally, I've not sensed that from anybody in this program for 2.5 years until this week. And I know what it is. I know what it is because I sensed it before 2.5 years ago. And I hadn't seen it, but I sensed it this week, and I saw it plainly today in particular. It's ain't about LMU. It ain't about outcomes. It's not about any of that. It's about us come to terms with what are we going to do? Who are we? And what are we going to do with the things that we can control?
Thanks, Coach, for the time. We'll talk to you Saturday.
Thank you.